Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. We're going to jump straight back in with Greater Rifts. We're still working on getting our gems up to 45 each. We've got 2 of them and we have the 3rd one ready to go. We've got 3 Greater Rift Keystones, so that's probably going to be the focus for this episode. As far as our objectives go for the Destroyer level, we've still got to do a level 70 Rift in 6 minutes. That'll come later. Do a conquest, that could be gems up to 65 potentially, or getting ourselves up to 75 as far as Greater Rift pushing. That's something I'd like to do anyway. Kill Malthael at level 70 on Torment 13. We could do that probably after we've done some of the other objectives. Malthael still scares me. He's just like absolutely terrifying. And yeah, we're going to keep running at level 62 while we've got money, and because we went to the vault, we've got plenty of money. We're going to empower it just to speed up the progression. Let's get going. Now I do want to be finding these kind of guys so that we can... let's pop our invincibility for a second and then run out of that, because that was getting very painful with all of those fire chains going off. Nice. Got them all. And straight into the next pack. Much, much better. Get them all whittled down very quickly. Right, Frozen Plague Vortex reflects damage, so we've got to watch out for those Frozens about to go off. Popped my Serenity so we didn't get hit by all that. But really, we're going quite well. Now, I should say I did tweak my Garrigan settings ever so slightly just before coming in here. So I split my Vitality option between Vitality and Dexterity. Just because the focus on Survival was a bit much. I mean, Survival's great, and we were doing really great at Survival, but I do want to be killing things very quickly as well. Perfect time to... Jeez, did not manage to dash out of that very well. This is a pretty nasty area to be in, I have to say. Oh, geez, we've triggered to death. All right, let's back on out then. We can fight down here for a while until things get a little bit nicer, or maybe just head back to town. I know there's only 30 seconds until it comes back. It's just I really don't want something unexpectedly nasty to kill us in one go. Maybe I shouldn't have taken those points out of Vitality. I'm going to be back in a moment, and we've not really lost much. In fact, we can probably carry on now. Dangerous but fun. That's pretty much what we have going for us. But yeah, so many ranged attacks coming in such a short space of time. Not to mention the massive hammer guys. I mean, I love them, but at the same time, I hate them. Alright, that's getting things back just past the time limit. Let's push on. And we'll grab this power pylon. Just wash over everyone and get them all done. We might have enough time to activate another one of these before, before we run out of that pylon. That is a huge amount of progress right there. It may not have lasted for long, but that power pylon gave us a big chunk of progress. With the 5 different elements from the convention of elements, I do need to get better at my timing. I may not be able to get it like perfectly timed each time round, but I reckon with a little bit of careful engineering, I could get it timed so that we hit like every other, other time we activate it, we end up getting the cold one. Like this. Not the best time to activate it because there's a load of stuff that's dead nearby, but it's all progress. And we're not a demon hunter. We're not a demon hunter. We're not supposed to be charging, taking out just the packs and then moving on. No, you do not hit me. I've seen other people's descriptions of how to play this, about not getting in the middle of all the mobs and letting the pets do all the damage. Nah, I like being in the middle of everything. Yeah, if all you're doing is just stepping up to put a cyclone strike in there, then I think you're missing the fight. Also, I was reading up a little bit on the Sun Wukong Wave of Light build, and I didn't realise that it's actually a ranged build, which seems very strange for a monk, but by having Wave of Light cast directly on your opponents, it turns it into a proper ranged, a viable ranged solution. So that's interesting. Right, there's the way to the next bit. Let's move on. Cool, lots of things to kill in here. These guys are going down. It's just taking a little bit of time. One more gone. One more gone, and there we go. All done. This would have been great to grab a moment ago, but as always, you can't have everything perfect. Although that seemed to work pretty damn effectively, I will say. Ah, it's run off. Let's step just a little bit away from that for a moment. popped my Serenity because of the Molten, and then ran away because of that Frozen. Out of my way, stupid bat things. It's stopping me getting my purple orbs. And everyone knows that I love my purple orbs. Right, cool. Decent amount of murder going in. I'm not going to dilly-dally at the end of this. We're going to just hand it in pretty quickly. And then probably jump into the next. And I can go through and check all my stuff at the end of all of them. $97. 99. And Rift Guardian time. Let's get straight on in here. Damn it, didn't mean to use both of those. There we go. Get him frozen. And this should kill him off. There we go. Plenty of time remaining. Let's grab all of these bits up. Templar Relic, that's not really much use to our Enchantress. Then we'll put all these in the Gogok of Swiftness. Alright. Let's head back to town. And get this handed in. And while we're IDing these, we'll just put our points in over here. So area damage is going up. And this is what I mean by I've split between them. I think that's a good way of doing that. Let's salvage up everything that's not interesting. And the rest can stay in here for the moment. While we jump into the next one. And then we're going to see right at the end what all the rewards are. So upping just a tiny bit. Very strange start. Can't really see what's going on much in here. Just that it's bad. And that these things have a lot of health. But they are going down. As long as I don't end up standing in a foolish place. There we go. That wasn't a terrible start. And as always, keep clustering mobs together nicely so we get that extra damage bonus. Because if we can kill large packs, it's nice and efficient for the progress as well. It means we don't have to worry entirely about getting elite packs. That being said, we do still need elite packs. So we do need to find them. Or we're going to... There we go. I see you. Nightmarish Mortar, Juggernaut, Orbiter. That's not too bad. There's not much space to... Oh, jeez. There's not much space to maneuver, I was going to say, in here. That's going to be the big problem. And having that orbiter landing on us while the Nightmarish thing lands on us is very bad. But hopefully, as we get these guys thinned down... There we go. Just take him out now before he causes any more problem. And we're ahead of time. It almost feels calm. Almost. I mean, it's very much not calm. Okay, where's the... I was going to say, where's the next pack coming from? And it's this tiny little one that I nearly ran past. These are fun little things, aren't they? They're not going to last very long. There goes one mob. Nice little bit of extra progress. Nothing that direction. What you ask is impossible. So let's make it possible. There we go, there's another pack. Electrified Avenger, Waller. Okay, that's not too bad. Molten's annoying. But the rest of it we can all, well, we can manage all of it. Just popped my Serenity before that went off. It's going to be tight on the time this time. This is the difficulty of running a little bit higher. You end up very much dependent on what you find. Also knockback plagued minion. Good to get rid of these guys. And then we can focus on the big tamale. And down it goes. Let's get all of these and we'll just move on to the next area. Not this way, it's this way. And so are your ceilings and your walls. Activated that just in time for the convention of elements. I don't think it lasts for the entire action because it does like several different attacks, but still nice to get that extra damage boost, even if only for part of it. Damn it, we're gonna have to go round the slow way. Hot Serenity to make sure we didn't get frozen. Let's try and get this guy and his friends done. The shielding is going to be annoying. But we're making good progress, I'd say. Yeah, I've got shielding as well, mate. Ha ha ha. Does not bother me one iota. That time we didn't quite time it perfectly, but he's not got much left in the tank anyway. Right, let's ignore the remaining minions. They're not going to give us much progress. And into the woods. Yay, I like the woods. Man, my armor is getting knackered. We're going to need to get that repaired. It's not bad, not bad. Big, solid packs. Right, let's head up this way. Get us to the next batch that need taking out. Ooh, and blues. Cool. So we don't even have to move on very far from here. More nightmarish. The frustration is real. Man, when all those Desecrator bits hit, they really hurt. Desecrator and Poison Enchanted. There we go. Off goes another one. And a conduit. Brilliant. This will help us finish things off very quickly, I'm sure. Right, that's those two gone. More nightmarish. They really need to stop with that. Okay, Conduit's run off, but it doesn't matter because we are at 98% now. The Rift Guardian will be just around the corner. There we go. Stone Cigar. Pretty good starting off with a nice quick attack. One more activation. And Stone Singer is gone. 329. That's about the same as we had last time. Let's grab all of these bits up again. Delicious, delicious loot. And points in. Dog of Swiftness. That gets us insane in the gem vein completed. So I'm going to start putting them in across the board here. A little bit of damage from the Bane of the Trapped. A little bit of resistance from Esoteric. And a little bit of dodge from Gogok. And we'll just keep assigning them pretty equally as time goes on. Let's head back and hand this in. And we'll get our stuff repaired very quickly. Yeah, let's ID stuff, and while we're doing that, we'll put our levels in. So their critical hit chance is going up. So all of this stuff is improving both our damage output and survivability. Let's have a quick look. Anything super interesting? Shenlong's Fist of Legend is probably the most interesting thing in there. I mean, we'll keep the other as well, just so we do have a spare. Don't care about Enchanting Favor. Wailing Host. We've got a couple of them, so that can be salvaged. So salvage. Salvage Flavor of Time. We've got many Masks of the Searing Sky. Probably want to hold on to Hack. We've got many Spirit Guards, so that can go. Heart of the Crashing Wave. We've now got a spare. That's good. Crudest Boots. I'm glad we got a spare of these. Did we already have a spare? I don't think so. I think this is one of the ones that we don't. So we've got one that we can re-roll now, which is a very good place for us to be. Broken Crown, no. Solarium, no. And Enchanted Favor. So these can all get salvaged up. Let's do that now, because these rifts have gone on just a little bit longer than I expected they would. In fact, we can... Let's run a very quick lower rift. And this is purely going to be for gem pushing. We should be able to run through a Torment 12 relatively quickly. Just because everything is going to die so much faster. And because it's just for gems, we don't really care about the levels. We don't care so much about our survivability. We just care about getting everything murdered quickly. I'm not even having to use my mantra. For the extra resistances. Splat, splat, splat. Yeah, this is going to be a quick run. But that's entirely what we wanted. I mean, when you're doing your gem leveling up, if you're limited on time, or if you don't care so much about getting super leveling at the same time for yourself, then run lower rifts. I mean, when I come to do Countersense to Spare later, I'm going to be using the lower rifts precisely to level the gems up fast. So yeah, in fact, that's probably what we're going to end up doing next for our major progression to try and move things forwards. We're going to want Countersands to Spare on each of our bits of kit. That's going to mean a lot of Great Rift runs in order to get the gems leveled up appropriately. So we'll do T12 runs, so we can try and break that time limit. That'll get us a load of Great Rift Keystones, like we did last episode. Well, not last episode, the episode before. And from there, we can just run a bajillion lower rifts. Lower Greater Rifts. to get the gems nicely ranked up. Stick them in with Countdown's Despair, and then that'll give us a nice boost for all of our kit. Because even like an extra 250 main stat in each bit of kit, it's huge. It's a very large amount of damage increase that's going to give, and that's really what we're going to be struggling with going forwards. If we want to push further, we're going to need that consistent damage increase. And also dexterity does help a little bit with defense, so it's all good. Yeah, we are monstering through this 53% already. Speed piling because we weren't obscenely fast enough already. Though, that being said, there aren't many hacks in this rift. So it's not a super amazing one as it is. There we go, nice big clusters. That gets our allies working overtime. Blast them into oblivion, and we'll push on, try and find the next bit. Lots of detritus in the air in this area. It's kind of gross. Man, it really doesn't feel like there's many packs in here. I mean, we've got this one thing which I think's, yeah, just come through the wall. It's not going to last for long. There he goes. Let's grab all those. Find a next big group to deal with, because the small ones just aren't really worth our time. And no, nothing. Nothing around here. Ah, hello you. That's a lot of electricity going on in that area. It's not a problem, of course. It's just a little bit tickling at this difficulty level. Damn annoying bugs with their damn annoying freezing. That's another one gone. Ah, not quite enough for the Rift Guardian. I really thought that would do it. Shield pylon. We're not going to need that shield pylon. Bloodsmore's health is shooting down. This is not going to last long. And we do get a couple of things out of it, so it's not ever a waste going for lower difficulty levels. Right, there's only an 80% chance to upgrade, or 90%. I think that's acceptable chances for doing a fast run. Oh, he says, and then fails to get one. That's unfortunate. Let's head back to town. We'll hand this in, and we'll ID our stuff, and then I'll wrap this episode up, because we have gone a little bit over time. And we still get 4 levels from that, so it's certainly not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, we keep getting ancient Linna's sandals. That is such a shame. We're going to salvage them up. Another Traveller's Pledge. We've already got a decent one. And if we were to roll a socket into this, we would end up losing out. But it's so nice having that critical hit damage at 95%. Actually, if we were to roll the vitality off, we'd only lose a little bit of life. And we get the reduction. And let's very quickly just go up here. Don't know which would be better, to roll off the percentage life or the vitality. Probably the percentage life. But we'd need a socket anyway. Well, that'll tell us. Yeah, so we lose 0.2% toughness in order to get 5.6% damage, and we're going to get those damage reductions. So this is worth us doing. That would just turn it into a pure monster, but we do need that socket. There we go. So that's a small upgrade, which is unexpected, going from an ancient item to a non-ancient item. But it is pretty nice. We're going to still hold on to this so that we have another one to re-roll, of course. Do I already have one in here? I do, actually. Well, I'll still keep this one because it's ancient. And ancient things are awesome. That can get salvaged. Strong Embraces we've already got in the cube. They can get salvaged. This can get salvaged. And Fulminator is already in the cube. So everything else is going to get salvaged up. I think I'm going to finish the episode there. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed these little runs through the rifts. They've been a hell of a lot of fun for me. If you have enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should do so, and you'll be told when episodes go live in the future. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Diablo 3. See you soon.